to what I'm looking at, man, the crypto bubbles. This is on the hourly. We are getting a little bit of a pump here in some of these altcoins. But if we look at the day, we still down a little bit. AI16Z. This is what I'm looking at. These AI coins is really on my radar. Hype is one that has been very, very strong. Rune is down 17%. That's another one. Virtuals is down 13%. Render down 6.6%. Let's look at the week. On the week, okay, now we're starting to see a lot of red. AI16Z is down almost 40%. I think it was down 40% almost before this new day started. Phantom, I think that's supposed to be turning into like Sonic or something, but that's down 17%. What else are we looking at? Pepe's down 15%. Beam, a lot of people were talking about Beam earlier this year. That one was down 18%. Virtual is down 31% on the week. So I think if you think that that's a good play and you think the bull run is going to continue, I think virtual is going to $10. I think that's going to go to $10 easily if the bull run continues. Oh, speaking of that, I want to go back over here. And speaking of, I want to talk about this video here. If you guys haven't seen Piper's video, Bitcoin to $500,000, breaking down Fibonacci levels and halving cycle. So here he broke down some bullish and bearish scenarios for Bitcoin. So right now it seems like, I mean, we are still bullish, but make sure you go watch this video because he really broke it down and let everyone know what to look for, what levels to look for, and what to expect going into Q1, which we're at right now. And he was talking about the economic or the macroeconomics and everything, man. It's a wonderful video, man. So make sure you guys run this up to about 1,000 views. It was put out 4 weeks ago. So let's get this one of the best videos of 2024, man. So make sure you guys go over and check that out. Fear and greed. Now, this is what I've been looking at. Fear and greed is at 69. So it's still in greed. I mean, we've been dumping ever since we went up back to 102, and then we've been dumping. We're still at 69. So I really want to see this get to neutral or fear. Once it gets to neutral or fear, if we even get down that far, then I'll be more inclined to start buying the dip. Right now, we're still in greed. Bitcoin is coming up a little, well, coming back down just a tad bit. So we're going to look at the charts in a minute. So the structure is going to be a little bit different. You know, TradeFly, he's the master at all the buttons and all the sound effects and things like that. I don't have that. I mean, I do, but I didn't set it up because I thought we was going to, I don't know what I thought. I thought TradeFly was going to be back today. Like, I thought he was going to Hawaii for a day. I don't know what I was thinking. So we'll get it together, man. But like I said, hold on, what's going on now? Okay, so yeah, we're at 69%. So we just want to see how this closes the week. This is what I want to see about closing the week. And I really don't want to deploy anything until this, like I said, this gets to neutral or fear. I don't think we're going to get to extreme fear, but I'll probably get to high fear to neutral is what I'll be looking at for the fear and greed in order for me to jump in. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. Username with the fire TA. Let's see. Okay. I bet you all Bitcoin may go straight up. Bitcoin might go up and might go down, possibly go sideways. I mean, that's basically what we do online. We give a whole bunch of analysis, and then at the end of the day, it's just really like, okay, we said it's going to go up, it's going to go down, or it's going to go sideways. So we'll see what my analysis is looking at, man. So we'll jump over there in a minute. Cast to zero with special guest RMT. I don't even want to look at Casper. Casper has been making all those people who were mining, you know, bought those miners and things like that, and then Casper's price action, it's been bad all the way around. It's been bad for that. Yeah, TradeFly got a glimpse of paradise. He ain't ever coming back. Well, you know what? I don't know where. I know he's in Southern California, so I don't. Hopefully, he's all good when it comes to his house and things like that. Piper, can you confirm that everything is all good? I don't know if it made it to hit, you know, his area, but I didn't text him. You know, I don't know what happened over there. So hopefully his property and everything is still good. Is it on life support like gaming? Gaming, man, we thought that was going to be a huge narrative, man. The cycle may not be over and gaming may come back, but, you know, we'll see what happens when it comes to that. Let's talk about some economic news that's coming out tomorrow. I know Piper is going to talk about this tomorrow in the morning, but we do have, and this is going to be a huge catalyst. I don't think we're going to get some sort of move or a strong move tonight. I think once this information or once this data comes out tomorrow, we have non-farm employment change, and then we have the unemployment rate. So the unemployment rate last month was 4.2, and it's looking to come back at 4.2. And then non-farm payroll was 227K. It's looking to come in at 164K. So I'm thinking this is how it's going to go. This is how the markets are reacting, because I think the stock market opens back up tomorrow. So the unemployment rate, what they'll be looking for is economic weakness. So with the markets, not me, because I don't want to see people losing their jobs. I don't want to see the economy being weaker. It's already weak, but I don't want it to be weaker. The unemployment rate, if it comes in higher and this non-farm employment change comes in lower, I think markets rally. Piper, did I get that right? So the non-farm employment change comes in lower and the unemployment comes in higher. I think we will get some sort of a bounce short term, in the markets, because they want to see weakness, and they want to see weakness because that means that they cannot have these interest rates higher for longer. They have to start cutting a lot more if more weakness comes back into the economy. So that's just what the markets are looking for. And then next week, we have some more big things coming out. Wednesday, is it Wednesday? I think, we get CPI month over month, year over year, and then we get a bunch of Fed members speaking. And then the week after that, I think we get a FOMC meeting, and then we do have the inauguration on the 21st, and I think we get FOMC meeting. I thought we got an FOMC meeting. I don't know when the FOMC meeting is. It's sometime this month, at the end of the month. So we'll see. But I know after the midterm, not the midterms, after the inauguration, we'll see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event, but we'll see if everything plays out. And segueing into that, we did have what everybody's talking about is this DOJ cleared to sell 6.5 billion in Bitcoin. So I think they do have until the 21st or whenever the inauguration is. They have until that period to sell if they're going to sell, because hopefully Mr. T comes in and sticks to his word and starts to make Bitcoin a strategic reserve. I don't know if they're going to start buying more, but I hope they keep what they have and then put it in that strategic reserve like was promised. So I think we have a couple more weeks of uncertainty going into the inauguration. So this is kind of FUD. This will probably be where the FUD alarm will come on, but everybody's been talking about this. It came out on the 30th of December, but it really started circulating on X and circulating around the crypto market this week, and this has put a little bit of more sell pressure on the markets. So we'll see what happens with this. I don't think they're going to just start dumping hard. They may sell a little bit. I know they sold a little bit this year, a little bit in like a couple years ago, things like that. But hopefully they don't just start dumping hard before he gets into office and before he gets sworn in. So we will see about that. Some good news, though. I don't know if anybody's talking about this. Some good news that we are looking at is the Bitcoin hash rate. So the Bitcoin hash rate is almost around all-time high. So let's go all-time. So with the Bitcoin hash, this is what I try to tell people. Like, okay, we have the Bitcoin price and all that other stuff and speculation, and then we have the Bitcoin technology. The Bitcoin technology is doing very well. Like with the hash rate being this high, almost at all-time highs, and just basically going parabolic. The network is secure. It is a little bit harder for miners to make money and things like that, but it seems like more and more people are coming online to secure this network. And so the network is fine. The network is working fine. And as we've seen that once the network or once the hash rate starts to go parabolic, price follows that shortly after. So we will keep our eye out on the hash rate, but this is some good news. As long as this hash rate isn't falling, because I think it was like 2000. It was before my crypto time, but it was called like the hash wars or something like that. And that really crashed the market. And that's when, the miners were like going offline, coming online, going offline. So now what we see is everybody's in a cohesive agreement, and that now the hash rate is going up. So Bitcoin as a technology and Bitcoin as a network is doing just fine, man. It's just us as speculators and us, everything else going around with the price, things like that. That's what's really not the future is not as certain. But like I said, the network is looking pretty good, man. So let's go over to some charts. Let's look at the chat really quick and see who we have here. I did see Trade Intuition. What's up, Joe? How you doing, man? Appreciate you stopping by. Sin is in the house. What's up, Sin? Who else do we have? C90. I haven't seen C90 in a minute, man. What's up, C90? How you feeling? How you feeling, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. See username said I will stay influencer pump dunks, keeping it alive. Gaming. Oh yeah, he's talking about gaming. Yeah, I mean the only ones that I really can see that really have been doing something, like I said, is Illuvium. They actually have a game. They actually have a working product, and they're making all these connections and doing all these collaborations, and they're doing a collaboration with one of the best or one of the top cryptos out there right now, one of the top protocols out there right now, virtual protocol. So we can't deny that. And I don't know, I don't know, man. Nobody thought that memes were going to run the way they ran. Nobody thought that memes were going to pop off the bull market. No, what else? Nobody thought that these AI agents were going to, I did. I did a little bit, but I got some alpha from Forrest over at Sistine Research a few months back, so I have to give him kudos. But nobody thought that these AI agents were going to pop off like this. So it's just, you gotta, like I always say, when the market shows you what the market shows you, you have to listen. You have to always be in tune to what's going on, man. So that's just what it is. I find it hard to find. See, that's the thing. The algorithm, man, is hard to find. Like, I don't understand, man. I've been making videos. I've been doing what I have to do. K Diggity in the building, man. K Diggity, what's up? Something was up with the stream tonight. Yeah, K Diggity, appreciate you coming. Everybody was saying it was hard to find, man, but that's the algorithm trying to hold me down, man. They're trying to hold me down, but we're gonna break that algorithm in 2025, man. Piper Academy and FD White, both of our channels are going to pop off, man. Seeing it just popped up on my homepage. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's not too bad if it popped up on your homepage, seeing. So that's pretty good, man. But that algorithm, YouTube algorithm, it does what it wants until you break through that barrier, and then you're clear sailings from there. So let's talk about the chart right now. Let's talk about what I'm seeing for Bitcoin, and then we can talk about. We're not going to do any trading today. So because I haven't really looked at any trades. I've just really been zoomed out because everybody's just so hell bent on what's happening in the hour, what's happening on the 4 hour. I'm zoomed out. And I'm gonna give you my levels, what I'm looking for, and then we'll talk about it in the chat, and we'll talk about it, talk about some altcoins, and then we'll go from there. So right now, Bitcoin we did touch this yellow line. Like, everybody has this yellow line drawn out, where everybody has this level drawn out at about 91K. I got it at 91,376. So we came down, kissed it perfectly. Now we are getting a small pump. We're at 92,764 right now. So, I mean, this could just be, a double bottom. We could be forming some sort of a double bottom. We have something here, and then we have something here. And then what else I'm looking at? I see this here. I see this here. And if we start to bounce here, what is that? That is an inverse head and shoulder. So all is not looking bad. All is not looking too bad. I did make a video earlier talking about I'm not scared yet. So I think we are still we're still looking pretty good. We're still looking pretty good. I mean, we're at almost $93,000 for Bitcoin, man. So if you would have told me, like I keep saying, if you would have told me 2 years ago that we'd be sitting at 93K and the whole space would be saying, like, the world is ending, I would have been laughing at you. Go upstairs, buddy. Daddy's working. See, I don't have Trade Fly to mute my mic, so I gotta tell him. So he's probably gonna come back. He's probably gonna come back. So he might just have to join the stream. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of seeing, this inverse head and shoulders. If we can seem to to make this reversal, or to make this a low. And if we do a measured move, we can take that here, and we can take it to the neckline. And what do we see? Right at resistance at my line at 107. So we'll be coming back to test those all-time highs. So this is what I've been looking at. I had I had 3 phases, but now it's like a 4-phase thing that I'm looking at. Let's make this a little bit bigger so I can kind of break this down for you guys. So phase 1, this was phase 1, and this has been my go-to moving average this whole bull run has been this yellow line here. It's the 20-day. It's like an EMA, but it's called a modified moving average. So This 20-day modified moving average is the one I keep talking about every stream. This is my phase one. This is the first thing we have to pass. So we got rejected, and then we came above it. So I was like, okay, phase one is complete. Then we got above phase two. Phase two was breaking above that 100K level, but we got rejected, and this was just like a deviation above that 100K, and then we came all the way back down. So phase one would be getting back above this 20-day modified moving average at about 95.7 to about 96K. It is coming down a little bit while price is going up. So we'll just say somewhere between 95 and 96, phase one. Phase two, what we need to look at is, like I said, breaking back above this 100K level. It's a psychological level and it's a technical level. Psychological, big round number. This is the number that everybody has been talking about for the past few years. So this is very psychological, getting above this and holding above this. We did get above it. Then we got this huge bearish engulfing candle. So once I seen this on the NightCap, I told everybody on the NightCap, I said, I hate this big, huge bearish engulfing. We're probably going to go down some more. Anytime I see something like this, I mean, it's covering 1, 2, 3, 4 days worth of price action in one candle. So usually when you see that, it's going to continue possibly for the next few candles. So this is the daily, so the next few days. So it does look like we may be bouncing from this bottom side, which I said may be forming a double bottom. But back to my phases. So phase three would be now breaking above the highs of these two candles here. And we do have, like I said, some price action that came in over here. We have some here, and now we formed here, which ultimately formed a resistance line right there. So this is the phase three that we will have to get above, is that 103K level. Once we get up there, now we can talk about getting back up here. Once we get back up here, the fun starts back up. What I want to do is I want to reclaim this trend here. This is what I want to reclaim. Once we reclaim this, 120, 130, 140, 150, all that is back on the table. So once we did the measured move from the inverse head and shoulders, the inverse head and shoulders move would pull us down. So we're not predicting, but we are trying to see what will happen if we did get this other shoulder here. So my chart is getting kind of messy. So let me know if you guys can keep up or read along. So what we want to see is getting back in this channel here. This will be all-time highs. Once we get back in these all-time high ranges, or once we get back to that 108, sky's the limit now. Now we get back to the top. We're coming in at about 120, and I just want to see us keep doing this. Even if we just keep doing that, that's fine with me. But I just want to get back in that channel. So that'll be that's my 4-phase thing that I want to see tomorrow. Playing out the rest of these few weeks. But I said I don't see any type of resolution happening till maybe after the inauguration. But that's what I really want to see happen for Bitcoin. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. I did see something that I want to read. FD Picasso. Yeah, it gets wild, man. It gets wild. Sometimes before the show, I'll Trade Fly be on, and then I'll hurry up and run to my computer, and my chart just looks like my 3-year-old had a doodle session on here, man. So I try to clean it up a little bit. That chart is real. Alex O Crypto. What's up, Alex O, man? I asked about your baby, man. I seen your picture, man, on X. He's getting big. Enjoy the journey, man. Because I remember those days. I remember my little son, my youngest. I remember like it was yesterday when I was holding him like that. Now he terrorized the house. Sometimes I come home and I just sit in the car like that, because I know he's gonna terrorize me as soon as I get, soon as I get in the house, man. He's out of control, but I love him, man. It's a blessing, man. It's definitely a blessing. So let's look at some altcoins really quick. So the stock market will be open tomorrow, so we'll see how the stock market opens up. But like I said, we do have those data points, or that what's tomorrow? Friday. I think it starts at 8:30. We have those the unemployment, and then we have the non-farm payrolls coming out. So that's going to probably dictate what happens. So probably be looking out for some whipsaw action in the morning, probably before that, around 8:30, probably around 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Look around for some, or be looking out for some whipsaw action, and then we'll see what happens after the data comes out. So make sure you guys tune in to the morning show tomorrow with Piper. I may jump on with Piper, man. If you'll have me, man, I may jump on with Piper. Because I think tomorrow is going to be a big day for the markets. Let's look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, man, see, here we go, some doodling. I don't know what to say about Ethereum. I still think Ethereum is gonna do well. I'm not turning my back on Ethereum. I'm not, turning my back on crypto as a whole for the most part. But Ethereum has been underperforming. I think it's been underperforming because number one, a lot of people are not playing in the NFT game. A lot of people are not playing in the meme coin space that was on Ethereum. Last cycle, mostly all of those transactions and all of those different things were on Ethereum. So Cameron says, oh 07 says, what is whipsaw action? So it's just basically a lot of volatility up and down. Big moves up, big moves down, big moves up, big moves down. So like a whipsaw, the saw, you gotta look it up, man. You gotta look it up. But it's basically a lot of volatility in the market. So that's what I'll be looking for up until we get that data coming out tomorrow, man. So ETH is slow AF. Yeah, it's very slow and it's expensive. So I think a lot of on-chain action went off of Ethereum and went to Solana, went to these other chains. So it's taking its toll on Solana's price action, because when you have to have ETH to transact, the price inevitably is going to go up. So we are in this symmetrical triangle. We are holding. So we talked about this coming down the past 3 days. We are holding here. We do have this green horizontal support coming in at about 3K to 3,200. So I wasn't too worried that this was going to break down. Even if we broke down, we had the 200-day coming in, probably start curving up just a little bit. And I had like a measured move down to about 2,300 if we did break down. So I was like, I don't think we're going to go down to 2,300. The most price action that I probably could have saw was us potentially maybe piercing that 200, coming down to about 2,800, and then coming back up above this green area right here. But if we start to move back up, which look like Bitcoin is trying, looks like we could potentially, this may be an entry. This may be an entry at about this $3,200 level, and then we can potentially go back up, flip this horizontal that's coming in at about 3,500, and it is the top side of the symmetrical triangle with a measured move of about $4,400. So that is pretty bullish in the grand scheme of things. But you can't super chat. Yeah, man, I don't even have anything on. Draw a trend line on ETH starting from November 22nd, 2022. Okay, let's see what Piper's talking about. You said November. Oh, so we got to go back. Let's go on the weekly. So you said November 22nd, 2022. So this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So you're talking about this one that I already have? Maybe I already have it. I don't know if it's this one that you're talking about. I could just pull this. Let me know if this is the same one that you have. I just didn't pull it out. So that's the same. So 2,200. That's what I was saying right here with this red bar with that measured move coming in at about 2,200. So is that it, Piper? So that is confluence with that measured move coming out of that symmetrical triangle if we do start to break down for Ethereum, which I don't think if we start breaking this, I think like we're in trouble. If we break down, we lose this 200, I think we're in trouble, man. And if we actually come down to this right here, I think we'll be in trouble. I think Bitcoin is coming down to that 77K CME gap. Speaking of that, let's go back because we did not finish the Bitcoin analysis, because I do want to talk about what would happen if we did break down, because we're just talking bullish, but we do want to be prepared for any scenario coming on. So I really just want to talk about a couple levels, and then we'll move on to another altcoin, and then we'll talk about some other things that can happen in the markets, and then we'll get ready for tomorrow, man. We'll get ready for tomorrow. So like I said, we want to hold this. Looks like we're starting to hold. We're almost at about 93K now. So it looks like we are trying to hold here. My next level that I was looking at, if we did start to break that, was the bottom of this volume profile. So pulled the volume profile from here to 100K, and we got my levels here. So we would just get nothing but space and opportunity down here, and that's coming in at about 86 to 87K. So we had a line here, and then if we lost that, I thought we were, I just said we were probably going down to this 75 to $78 level, the CME gap, which is also, we have the 200 curving up like that. So it'll probably start to curve up while the price is coming down. So it'll probably meet somewhere in this area here at about 75 to 77K if it comes down. But it looks like we're starting to bounce. But I think this move is predicated on what happens tomorrow. So we have to be in tune to what happens tomorrow in the morning once all those data points come out. So we talked about Ethereum. Let's see, what are you guys saying in the chat? Big trouble. ETH might drop till January 18th. Jesse, what's happening on January 18th that makes that day so significant? AG, what episode? So what y'all talking about TV shows now? I need a new TV show. I finished Squid Games, so I need a new TV show to watch. I started watching something yesterday on Netflix. It was kind of terrible. Then I just started charting because I'm like, I'm wasting time. I can't waste no time in 2025. I got to be on the charts. Let's look at AVAX. So AVAX has not been doing too bad. We had these huge moves in a lot of these altcoins, but AVAX hasn't been coming down too much. We did break down from that 20-day modified moving average. We have the 200-day moving average coming in at about $30, which is also we have some confluence here. Let's draw these levels out. I haven't looked at AVAX in a minute. I know this is TradeFly's coin, so we are getting a nice bounce from this level here. We had some price action at the beginning of November. We have more price action at the end of December, and now we are coming back down. So with all these coins, my strategy right now is, if we're losing this 20-day, I want to reclaim this. Once we reclaim this, I think, all bets are back on. We probably can make our way back up to these highs here at about 40 to 44 bucks. But I haven't really been charting AVAX. It's not looking too bad. Let's do this. Really can just pull a trend line here. And then, we have some sort of a triangle here as well. So what we'll be looking at for AVAX, possibly bouncing here, seeing how we react at the bottom side of this trend line, coming in at about, at about $40 to $41. So we could get some nice bounces overnight. If Bitcoin has a nice little bounce overnight for the Asia session, I mean, this would be almost a 15% move if we went from where we are now to bounce up there. I don't know if we're going to bounce all the way up there, but I can see some big bounces happening if Bitcoin does recover. So we have to keep our eyes on Bitcoin to see what Bitcoin does and see how Bitcoin recovers in the immediate short term. But like I said, I'm not scared. I talked about this earlier on my channel, or on this channel. We made a video talking about I'm not scared yet. We're holding the level. We're holding that 90 to 91K level. So I'm really not getting too worried. You guys said, let's see, Boston, they want to take the liquidity that was on last year's cycle. So who said that? They want to take the liquidity that's going to Jesse G. What areas are you looking at? Because last cycle we got up to what, 69? So I don't want to go back down to 69 if that's the level that you're talking about. But that would be shocking. That would be very shocking for the crypto markets, man. People would be losing their minds if we came back down to about 69 or 70K, if that's the level that you're talking about. Let me know what level you're talking about. Interior Chinatown on Hulu. What's that about? Interior Chinatown. I will check it out, man. I don't think I got Hulu. I think I canceled it, but I got a free website where I can watch anything that ever came out. Back to some charts, man. I want to look at, this is what I was looking at, GOAT. So everybody's talking about AI. This one looks, we are in a massive downtrend. I could just delete this now because this is just irrelevant now. We were trying to reclaim that range. It's not looking too good now. We're just in a massive downtrend for GOAT. But I think GOAT still might do well if the AI narrative, keeps trugging along. I think GOAT will ultimately do well and bounce back. But this was one of my lines that I wanted to hold, this 40-cent area. We did not hold it. So, if we can come back down and then pop back up into here, we can just say, okay, that was a deviation. But we're squeezing, coming to the apex of this triangle. So we really want to flip this. We want to flip this and take out this high here at about 65 cents. So gold is looking very bearish right now. It's looking very bearish. Ever since it topped out at about $1.40, it's just been in a massive downtrend, man. So hopefully it can, I do own some GOAT, a little bit of GOAT. So hopefully it can pop back up and get some strength left. I think all the AI narrative has went from the AI meme coins over to the AI agents. So speaking of the AI agents, man, let's actually go to I want to go to CoinMarketCap because I want to look at, give me 1 second. I want to look at the sector AI meme. So this is how I do all my my due diligence and my research. It's usually on CoinMarketCap, and then from CoinMarketCap, I'll go to different white papers, I'll go to different websites and things like that. But I just go to the categories, and this is what I really have been looking at as far as when it comes to all these new AI agent coins. I don't think they had that many on CoinMarketCap. I think they had a lot more on CoinGecko. Where is it at? I don't know. I don't think okay. Well, let's just search in. Let me search Virtual's protocol. Let's talk about Virtual's protocol because this has been one of the strongest coins. I don't think we missed the boat for Virtual's because a lot of things are being built on Virtual's. Okay, here we go. So Virtual's has a $3 billion market cap, which is not, I mean, it's pretty big, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big. I think it still can go up. Price right now is at 308, so it's down about $2. It's down a lot. It's down a whole lot, man. So I think, does it have the trading view chart on here? Yep, we do. So we can do this for Virtual and see where we can get in, because I do think Virtuals is at a good opportunity. Is a good opportunity to possibly get in. So I sold 30% of my bags when we started coming down to like $4.30. So I sold 30%. So I still have some, but I want to trade this because it's been having massive moves. So we are coming down to this level. If you didn't know you can use TradingView on CoinMarketCap, yes, you can use TradingView on CoinMarketCap now. It's integrated. So I have seen this level. Why is it not working? Boom, here we go. So this level here is what we are stopping at right now at about $3. If we lose that, then I'll really start to probably buy a little bit more of Virtuals if we start to lose this. And this is predicated on the overall market starting to come down. Let's actually change the color so you guys can see it. So this is where I would want to buy. I would want to buy somewhere anywhere between $2 and what's that? $2.40 and below. Anything below $2.40, I'll be trying to get me some Virtuals or get me some more Virtuals. Or you know what? I don't even know. I don't even know if I will get into Virtuals. But if you want to get into Virtuals, I would say see if we come down a little bit more and get back in this range here. Let's change this color back to this color, to yellow. But it's a lot of AI plays, but it's starting to get oversaturated. It's like, okay, the devs like, the AI narrative is what's hot. Let's just start making coins and saying it's an AI agent. I don't even know. I don't think it's that hard to make an agent. I don't think it's that hard to make these things. So I think it is getting a little bit oversaturated now. I don't think the trade is over, but like I said, it depends on what Bitcoin does. It depends on what the market does. And we'll see if these AI agents start to pop again. But Virtuals is the leader in the space. So right now, I would be looking at getting back in this range here, this range that we started in the beginning of December. If we lose this, I think we'll come back down here pretty fast. That's down to about $2.30. I say anything around here and possibly below will be a good area for Virtuals. Let's go back to the crypto bubbles and see what's going on this past hour. So we are getting a nice little pump. Pudgy Penguin coin, Pingu, I guess that's how you pronounce it, is getting a nice little pump. I think they might do okay. What else do we have? SPX, that's a meme coin. XDC, that's an ISO 20022 coin. Brett, meme coin. So what I do, I'm trying to look and see if anything is popping out at me. Like, okay, meme coins, which coins are pumping? We do have some meme coins that are starting to pop off a little bit. But nothing really too. Sheeb is up. I mean, everything is up, under 1%. It seems like we do have some stuff that's still down, but nothing is really popping off at me. So when I trade, that's what I do. I usually come to like crypto bubbles or banter bubbles or one of these things, and I'll go on like the hourly, and then I'll look at this, see what's going on. Then I'll go on like Coinalyze and then look at the open interest on some of the coins to see how much volume is being traded, and then that's how I usually pick what I want to trade. I don't just willy-nilly just go and, you know, look at some coins to trade. I have to see what's moving. You know, it could be going up a lot, it could be going down a lot. I just want to see that. I want to see that volatility. So I usually come here first and I'll go to the hourly and see if anything is moving, probably over, you know, 3, 4, 5%, anything above that, and then I'll go and look at the open interest on the coin and just go from there. But it's really not too much to talk about tonight, man. We really need to get ready for what's going on tomorrow. Poll in the green. It's a good day. You know what, Paul? I'm kind of, you know, when I sold Retro Mike, then it went up. Remember I told you I sold like 2 months ago, and then it went up, and I'm just like, oh my God, why did I sell? I sold all of it. I'm like, why did I sell? And I didn't really want to sell it because it was a taxable event as well. So I was like, I'm gonna hold it, but I don't think it's gonna move. But then as soon as I sold, it started moving hard. And I think it was like, it might have been right before the election, or right before the right before the election in November. So you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. If I didn't have that, then I wouldn't have been able to get some of the stuff that I got. And I was really 2024. I was super crypto heavy. I was talking to Piper about this. I was very crypto heavy. So now I'm starting to see what's happening. You know, I said I was gonna these first couple of weeks I was gonna start taking profits, but I don't want to take profits. Some of my coins now 20, 30, 40%. So I'm like, oh my goodness, terrible timing. So we'll see what happens, man. We got a lot of economic factors coming out. You know, tomorrow, next week, week after next. So I think January might be a little bit choppy, and then hopefully February we can get back to the regularly scheduled program. Let's see what we have. Mike Tech says Poll is a hard one because they changed their tokenomics when they switched from Matic to Poll. So what did they do? Did they I don't know, because I have not been keeping up with Matic or Poll, so I don't know how the tokenomics went. So I guess it's something a lot worse than what it was. Sonic, smart platform, Solana ecosystem, GameFi, layer 2. Okay, appreciate that, Jesse G. Let me scroll up and see what you guys are talking about. Army Piper's ETH line, Poll in the green. Okay, username. This is off topic. He says FD Interior Chinatown is a show based on a show that main characters don't know they're in said show. So like the Truman Show username, like, so maybe something like that type of concept. Let's see what username holding out. I just dropped my ETH line I was speaking about on X. Okay, let's see what you're talking about. Let's go over to X because we're gonna get out of here in a second, man. Stream didn't go too bad. I ain't gonna lie, I miss my guy, man, but stream did not go too bad, man. Maybe we can put the recorded version on Piper Academy and see how that plays out. Let's type in. Which one did you put it on, Piper? Did you put it on I don't know why I just didn't click the link. Let me see. Army Piper. Let's see if you got the ETH. Okay, yeah, here we go. So this is the line Piper was talking about back from. Okay. Oh wow. So right now I perfectly hit the line. That's what you're trying to say. Perfectly hit your line for Ethereum. And this is dated back to the beginning of what, 2023, Piper. So yeah, this is it's a good line. So we had this deviation here, and then we had this deviation down here, but basically we've been in this uptrend and not really deviated from it, besides these two levels, right, or these two right here. So okay, yeah, that's a good one. I might have to put that. I'm gonna say it. Let me actually see what that is. Well, I'll do it after the stream. So yeah, okay, I like that, Piper. Yeah. So tomorrow, FD, me and you will host. Okay, yeah. So I'll be there. Man. I gotta go look at a house. I think that's at 11, so that should be good. We'll get off at 10:30, and then I can get up out of here. Joe had a good stream today, man. Joe had a really good stream today. If you're not watching the trading show, I think it comes on at 4 p.m. over on Piper Academy. If you guys are not watching that trading show, let's actually do the live. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. Make sure you guys are watching this. This was a good one today. Bitcoin not looking good. Can we bounce from here? So he had a lot of key points. He brought out a lot of things that's actually going or playing out right now in Bitcoin. So we are getting a small little bounce in Bitcoin. Looks like we're coming back down just a tad bit, but we'll see how we react. We'll see how we react, man. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be stagnant in between. Possibly, we may jump up, possibly come up to these highs here. I'll say about 95K, back down to a range of about 92K before tomorrow. So be looking out for that huge range. This candle here, this is the candle that I'm looking at. This previous day candle, the high and the low. We'll be looking at that as a range before tomorrow's events happen tomorrow at I think 8:30 p.m. or 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, when they come out with the unemployment information, unemployment data. Let's see what you guys are saying. Pins the worst. It doesn't get enough credit, but we can do both. Host the nightcap is what I mean. So that we don't do the nightcap on Fridays. Today's Thursday, so we don't do the nightcap on Fridays. But if you want to, we can do a special Friday edition nightcap. And I will be available to do the I will be available to do it if you want to do that. For those who are not subscribed, subscribe for more FD. Yep, please subscribe to the channel, man. We're trying to grow. We're trying to really break these algorithms, man. Piper Academy and my channel over here. So it's just a grind. Once you do break those, break those barriers of that algorithm. Can't blame it all on the algorithm. Maybe we got to step our content game up, maybe a few more shock faces or some 100x things like that. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We come and help the community, and it's just a community, man. I appreciate you guys coming over to the channel, and we just had to keep the ball rolling. We had to keep the ball rolling. It was something that I couldn't get the link to stream over on Piper from my streaming software. So I said, you know what, we got to keep the party going. I know TradeFly will be happy that the show, this is, TradeFly loves, this is his baby, man. So I wanted to, it's mine too, but TradeFly puts his heart and soul into it. And I hope you guys, appreciate what TradeFly does, because I do. And I wanted to make sure the show, went on, and we went from there, man. So that's pretty much it, man. We'll be ready for tomorrow. Make sure you guys are in tune or watching Piper Academy tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern time. Piper will probably break down everything better than everybody on the internet when it comes to the economic data. He's been spot on when it comes to these levels. If you have not been watching the morning show, like the levels that he's been presenting, they've been spot on, man. So shout out to Piper, shout out to the whole team. Whole team has been doing amazing. And let's see what you guys are talking about before we get out of here, man. I'm gonna check out that show. I'm gonna definitely, let me see what you said again. What was the show name again before we get out of here? Because I'm actually gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch I watched like the first 15 minutes, and if it don't catch me, then I'm gonna have to turn it off. But that's usually how I know that's not a good way to watch TV, because sometimes it don't get good to like the second or third episode. But I really don't. I don't have time to watch TV really, but TV takes my mind off of everything. So I do like to watch a good series, binge on a good series. I can't find it. What you said. Send it to me on X, man. Send it to me on X. I can't find what you said in the chat. So send it to me on X, and I'll probably start that tonight when I get off the stream, when I do a little bit more charting. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for coming over, man. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. I guess Piper wants to stream tomorrow, so we'll talk, and if we stream tomorrow, if we do a nightcap, a special edition nightcap tomorrow, I'm sure we'll put it out in the chat, put it out in Discord, put it out on X. Everybody, if you're not doing nothing on a Friday night, let us know if you want us to stream a special stream on Friday, a special edition of the Crypto Nightcap tomorrow, man. So that's it, man. I'll talk to everybody in the next video, or in the next over on Piper Academy is where you'll probably see me. Or, make sure you watch my videos over here too, because I want to start streaming a lot more, but streaming it's easier for me to just make a video